Hi, it's Joey again, back for FAQ number 8. So the question is, what is the significance behind the title, Get Behind Me, Jesus? And if you haven't figured it out by now, the idea is that we're getting away from a specific kind of Jesus. I left behind the belief system that I was raised in, and that belief system was nationalist. The identity of the Jesus that I grew up with was white. He was American, or at least pro-America. He definitely was not the homeless, itinerant, first century Jewish Jesus that is the actual Jesus that we learn about in the scripture. The point is, we're getting away from a particular kind of Jesus. This is not going to be discussions about a white, pro-American Jesus. If you grew up in America especially, Jesus is not who you think he was. We're getting away from Jesus who cares about one country over another, who cares about one race over another. That's not the Jesus that existed. That's not the Jesus that is taught in the scripture, and that's not what he taught. Maybe Jesus is getting behind me because I am standing up for the actual Jesus, just like I hope to stand up and fight for the marginalized. Maybe Jesus is getting behind me to push. Maybe wherever this is going, Jesus would support it and put his effort and his voice behind it, because this is about rediscovering a connection to the divine that is not brokered by any one religion or any particular group of people. This is about an experience of the person of Jesus Christ and the divine expression of God's love. That's the significance behind the name Get Behind Me, Jesus. I hope that it makes sense to you in an ideological way, in a spiritual way. I hope it's something that helps you to connect with the idea that you don't have to go through a particular faith expression. You can be who you are authentically. You can ask the questions that you have and do the best that you can. Seek to evolve to be the best version of yourself. And you can do that not in the shadow of an angry God, but in the full embrace of a loving God who cares about you, who cares about your situation, who has experienced what you've experienced and is here for you. I hope that makes sense. I hope that you check out Get Behind Me, Jesus. Thanks for being here.